Thanks very much, Bill, and g'day everyone, and welcome to Garvoc. Garvoc's also known as the gateway to Moyne. And welcome today to the Moyne Shire Australia Day Citizenship Ceremony and Awards for 2021. I'd like to start by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we are meeting and pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging, and the elders from other communities who may be here today. I would like to welcome my fellow elected Moyne Shire councillors here today, Councillor Jim Dukas, Councillor Ian Smith, Councillor Damien Gleeson and Councillor James Purcell. I also wish to welcome Ms Roma Britnell, Member for South West Coast, to our event, and council staff joining us this morning, in particular Council's CEO, Mr Bill Millard, and Director, Mr Kevin Ledden. Council would also like to extend a particularly warm welcome to the two people who this morning will become Australian citizens, the Citizen of the Year, Young Citizen of the Year and Community Event of the Year recipients, and of course their families and friends who are here to witness the ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a day when Australians stop to celebrate our great country and our great Shire of Moyne. Today we honour 4 Australians who were presented with Australia Day Awards by the Prime Minister in Canberra last night. Australian of the Year, Grace Tane. Senior Australian of the Year, Dr Miriam Rose Ungama Bowman. Young Australian of the Year, Isabella Marshall. And Local Hero of the Year, Rosemary Carey Rookie. We honour them as we do the hundreds of Australians from all walks of life who were appointed with Australia Day honours. We also thank and honour those Australians who have not been recognised with honours today. During a challenging year responding to the impacts of COVID-19, it's inspiring to see how difficult times can bring out the best in people. The countless heroes, from our medical and emergency personnel to our support and recovery service providers, to our essential workers, to our neighbours and everyday Aussies helping to make a difference. This is the true meaning of being Australian. Over the past year, we have seen many great examples of camaraderie and community spirit shown by residents and business owners who have rallied together in support of each other. We have witnessed an outpouring of gratitude for those who stand at the heart of our communities. It's through these small, simple gestures that we have created a culture of kindness amongst our community. We truly are all in this together. It is now more important than ever to recognise and acknowledge those outstanding members of our community who have profoundly impacted on our lives. They are a true inspiration to all of us about the importance of making a positive difference to our country, to our state and to the great Shire of Moyne. Ladies and gentlemen, as we move into today's Citizenship Ceremony, I now ask Moyne Shire Council CEO, Mr Bill Millard, to join me. Bill will be the MC for today's proceedings. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Mead. I am honoured to officiate today and I hope you all enjoy the program very much. I'll now call forward to the stage our 2 residents whom Australian citizenship will be conferred on today. Mrs Jacqueline Thomas, who joins us from England, although I know that's quite a few years ago when you joined us from England, and Mr George Kilpatrick from Northern Ireland. I invite Councillor Mead to conduct the Citizenship Ceremony.
Council is proud to formally recognise these 2 Moyne Shire residents as Australian citizens. This citizenship ceremony is being conducted as prescribed under the Australian Citizenship Act 2007. Australian citizenship represents full and formal membership of the community of the Commonwealth of Australia. And Australian citizenship is a common bond involving reciprocal rights and obligations uniting all Australians while respecting their diversity. Persons on whom Australian citizenship is conferred enjoy these rights and undertake to accept these obligations by pledging loyalty to Australia and its people, by sharing their democratic beliefs, by respecting their rights and liberties, and by upholding and obeying the laws of Australia. As the presiding officer, I have been approved to administer the pledge of commitment as a citizen of the Commonwealth of Australia, which is the final step in your becoming an Australian citizen. I will now read out a welcome message from the Honourable Alex Hawke MP, Minister for Immigration, Citizenship, Migrant Services and Multicultural Affairs. Today you become an Australian citizen. We are immensely proud of what we have achieved as a nation and we welcome you in joining us. Our history and culture has been forged over thousands of years, first through Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people and more recently with people from all corners of the earth. Australia has succeeded as a nation by embracing and defending our national values. We believe in the freedom and dignity of each individual, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, and freedom of association. We value the rule of law, democracy, and equality of opportunity for all people. We stand with other democracies in helping to defend and protect these hard-fought freedoms. We are a resilient nation. Drought, bushfires, floods and the global pandemic have challenged our normal way of life. Our social cohesion, our key strength of Australia, has never been more important. Upon taking the pledge of commitment today, I call on you to embrace these values and the rights and responsibilities of Australian citizenship and play an active part in your local communities to build an even stronger nation. On behalf of the Australian Government, I congratulate you on reaching this very special day. Today, Jacqueline and George will take the pledge oath. I ask you to join me to make your pledge. So, I'll read out to you and you can repeat if you like. From this time forward under God, I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people,
pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people,
whose democratic beliefs I share, whose rights and liberties I respect, and whose laws I will uphold and obey. Thank you. All of us here today understand and appreciate the commitment you are undertaking to adopt the citizenship of your new country. Today is an important day for you as you take your place as fully participating members of the Australian community. The conveying of citizenship is now completed. I congratulate you for the commitment you have made to being part of Australia's future. As a citizen of Australia, you are now formally identified with this country, its people, its governments. You have now made a pledge of commitment to Australia and its people. Congratulations.
Just wait, there's a little bit more.
The basic right of all Australian citizens is equality before the law. Citizenship is open to all Australian permanent residents who satisfy the requirements of the Australian Citizenship Act, as you have done. Now that you are a citizen, you enjoy the same rights, privileges and responsibilities afforded to all Australian citizens. On behalf of all Australians and your fellow citizens of Moyne, we welcome you. We offer you a share in Australia's bright future and we thank you for choosing to call Australia home. I invite all present to give our newest citizens a warm welcome as members of the Australian and Moyne Shire community, and I also invite you all in joining us to sing the National Anthem. Have we got music going with this? Yep. Straight. Hang on. start off with thank you, Daniel.
Thank you very, very much. I've been waiting for this for a long time.
Thank you.
I now welcome Councillor Lee to announce the recipients of the 2021 Moyne Australia Day Awards and to present their certificates. Thanks, Councillor Lee.
Thanks, Bill. The annual Moyne Australia Day Awards recognise and honour those outstanding individuals and groups who consistently go above and beyond to enhance community. I'm delighted to introduce the recipient of the 2021 Australia Day Community Event of the Year Award, which is the Sun Gold Field Days. Could the Sun Gold Field Days rep, Mr. Tony Ray, please join us? The Community Event of the Year Award is presented to the person or group who has staged an outstanding local community event during the past year. Created as an opportunity for farmers to meet and learn from new developments in the dairy industry, Sun Gold Field Days has evolved to become one of Victoria's premier agricultural events. The Field Days have grown since its first event almost 40 years ago, now hosting over 200 exhibitors and attended by many visitors eager to explore the latest technology and machinery available to farmers. Whilst the coronavirus pandemic has hampered this year's events, organisers anticipate an even bigger return for 2022, as the Field Days continue to grow and attract more local, national and international exhibitors. Each year the event committee works tirelessly to deliver an extensive program that caters to many sectors of the community and farming industry. No one was more disappointed when the event was cancelled this year than Chairman Tony Ray, who has been a part of the Field Days since its inception in 1981. The Sun Gold Field Days Committee aims to not only inspire dairy farmers and cattle breeders, but also highlight the importance of the industry locally and nationally and bring people together. A great place to do business and connect with our local community. Held over 3 days as what's known as Saputo Dairy Australia, the Sun Gold Field Days showcase the latest advancements in agriculture, technology and machinery. There's something for all ages with a range of exhibits on show including cooking demonstrations, wood chopping and food and live music. Just as the industry has experienced growth and adjustments over recent years, so too at the Sun Gold Field Days. They have changed and evolved to continue to deliver a successful event in a fun and engaging way. Eagerly supported by many local farmers and residents, the Field Days have continued to inspire and attract a wide audience. A credit to the event's committee members, each with genuine experience and expertise in their field, that work together to present an exciting event that is integral to our local agricultural industry. I now invite Tony to say a few words.
Thank you, Daniel. Bill, Shire Councillors and distinguished guests, Moyne Shire Councillors, I should say, and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am incredibly proud and honoured to receive the Moyne Shire Community Event of the Year Award on behalf of the Sun Gold Field Days. Firstly, I would like to thank Saputo Dairy Australia for supporting the event in recent years. The first Sun Gold Field Days was in 1981. Over such a long time of presenting the Field Days, we have been supported by so many. The endless number of volunteers who put in many hours of work, the community groups and organisations who participate in displays and activities, the schools who bring their students to extend their agricultural learning, the farming and wider community who come every year, our numerous sponsors, and of course the exhibitors who tirelessly set up their sites every year. Year in, year out, these groups work together to enable our Sun Gold Field Days team to deliver this magnificent community event for our local dairy and farming region. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. Congratulations, Sungold Field Days, for receiving the Moyne Shire 2021 Community Event of the Year Award. I'm now privileged to introduce the recipient of the Moyne Shire 2021 Australian Day Young Citizen of the Year Award, Ms. Stephanie Hines. The Young Citizen of the Year Award acknowledges outstanding service and contribution given by an individual under the age of 30 to their local community. Advocating and acting as a voice for young local people, Stephanie continually shows strong and empathetic leadership qualities in her school environment and the broader community. Experiencing barriers and interruptions to her education were a challenge for Stephanie at first, but she has channeled her adverse experiences into helping others in similar situations. As a proud and passionate Indigenous woman, Stephanie has been a valuable driver of the Garvoc College KK group, aimed at supporting and inspiring young Indigenous women in connecting with their culture and heritage. Stephanie has shown a commitment towards advocating for positive change in her role as Moyne Shire's first youth parliament team, and her involvement in the writing of a bill to improve regional road quality and safety. As a runner-up in the Moyne Shire Youth Award, Stephanie was nominated for her resilience, responsibility and passion, and for her understanding and contribution towards educating and supporting other young Indigenous women and overcoming adverse situations. Striving towards a career in Parliament, Stephanie reached out to the only Indigenous woman in Parliament, Shadow Minister for Preventing Family Violence, Linda Burney, and engaged in an hour-long mentoring session during the COVID-19 pandemic. Stephanie has promoted and acknowledged her heritage as leader of the Garvoc College Reconciliation Action Team, leader and mentor of the KK group, providing acknowledgement of country at school assemblies and helping to deliver programs and activities during NAIDOC and Reconciliation Week. An outstanding contribution to the school and Indigenous community. Stephanie attributes her commitment and passion to her supporters, her teachers, staff and fellow students at Garvoc College, and has been elected as school captain for 2021. Her aim is to support and influence others to achieve their goals and believes the only thing holding us back is ourselves. Stephanie speaks fondly of her community and is proud of the sense of belonging she feels amongst others in the Woolsthorpe community. She is a testament to the contribution young people can make to their community while being an inspiration and role model to others around them. Congratulations, Stephanie.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to say that I'm incredibly grateful and honoured to be receiving this award today. I would like to thank the following for whom I would not be standing here before you today receiving this award. I'd like to start off with my home community of Woolsthorpe and now Moyne Shire, who have welcomed my nan and myself with open arms. I would like to thank the staff and students of Garvoc College, all of which have supported me in my academic, cultural and life endeavours, pushing me to do my best when it comes to my education, and to the staff and amazing members of the community who come into Garvoc College once a week to run and support the Indigenous KK Girl Group. The KK Group aims to support and inspire young Indigenous girls to embrace and cherish our culture and heritage. The KK Group have helped me to identify what I have to offer, and make me believe what I have to offer other young Indigenous girls in my future. My most special thank yous go to my family, who without I wouldn't be the person I am today. I thank you and love you all so much. Your love and guidance has helped me in many ways throughout my life. To my most favourite person in my world, my nan. She is the one person in this world that no matter what I can turn to. My nan has always pushed me to do my best, be the best version of myself, even though she would like it if I hung out the washing or did the dishes a bit more often. She is the biggest reason as to why I'm here today. She has helped me realise my potential and helped me to embrace the courageous parts of myself. I love and appreciate you so much. I thank you all for helping me to reach the point in my life to which I can stand as a proud recipient of the Young Citizen of the Year Award for 2021. I only hope now that I may continue to benefit my community through the support of my friends and family. Thank you all so much.
It is now my honour to introduce the recipient of the Moyne Shire 2021 Australian Day Citizen of the Year Award, Miss Elizabeth Beverley Moore. The Citizen of the Year Award acknowledges outstanding service and contribution over a number of years given by individuals to their local community. The Citizen of the Year, Elizabeth Beverley Moore, fondly known as Bev, is a highly respected member of the Garvoc community whose commitment has had a lasting impact on many lives. From her various volunteering and fundraising activities to her research into recovering lost graves and family records, Bev's enduring devotion is not only an inspiration to others, her compassion has enhanced the lives of many in the Garvoc and district community. Motivated by a love of history, Bev has been instrumental in retrieving family records and unmarked graves that were destroyed in the 1983 fires. A long-standing member of the Garvoc Cemetery Trust, Bev dedicated a significant amount of her own time and effort delving into the archives to help identify the names of lost community members and reconstruct local history. The care and devotion Bev shows for her fellow community members is reflected in her various volunteer and community roles. Bev is a member of the Garvoc District Residents Group, the Garvoc Cemetery Trust, a librarian at Moyne Family History Group, and also helped establish the Garvoc Residents Past and Present Memorial Board. Bev is an original member of the Rubber Band, a music group that has raised thousands of dollars for Southwest Healthcare at the Port Fairy Folk Festival over the past 30 years. In 1995, Bev researched the history of the Panmure Primary School for the 125th anniversary and assisted with the 150th celebrations in February 2020. Mother to 9 children, 23 grandchildren and 4 great-grandchildren, community involvement has been a core part of Bev's life. Armed with a big heart and a willingness to roll up her sleeves and help others, Bev also assists with organising the local Royal Children's Hospital auction, helping to raise more than $11,000 each year for the appeal. A modest matriarch of the Garvoc community, Bev certainly doesn't do this for the praise or recognition. She simply wants to help make a difference to the lives of those around her. This devotion and compassion makes Bev a great example of what it means to be an outstanding community member and Moyne Shire Citizen of the Year for 2021. Congratulations.
Welcome everyone to Garvoc. And thank you to all the people that nominate, family and friends that did the nomination. I'm in absolute awe of your Secret Service organisation. Thank you to all the people at the Moyne Shire, and thank you to the Garvoc and District Residents Incorporated. It's not very often that I get the chance to talk about the Garvoc Cemetery, so I'm not about to pass up this opportunity. Just a few random pieces of information. In 1930, the cost of a funeral from Beattie and Phillips Funeral Parlours from Warrnambool to Garvoc was £13, which is the equivalent of $26 in today's money. Advertising in the Warrnambool Standard costs an extra 4 and 6, which is 45 cents in today's money. The funeral fee included the hearse, the coffin, and the attendance at the funeral. If the funeral account was paid on the day of the funeral, you got the huge discount of the cost of the advertising was deleted. So that was an incentive to pay the account straight away. The distance from Moyne to Garvoc was recorded at 42 miles, which is 67.5 kilometres. And thanks to my son Steve for checking that out with Mrs. Google. And the time to travel that distance was recorded as an hour each way. So the distance has changed, and so have the roads. So there you go, that's just the difference between then and now and 1930. In June 1927, a lady aged 72 passed away, and her funeral was conducted at the Garvoc Cemetery, where 5 of her other children had already been buried. When her husband died in 1933, none of their graves were marked. All of those families' names are now recorded on our memorial wall. During our research to find the names of people buried at the Garvoc Cemetery that were in unmarked graves, we had a total of 65 donated copies of death certificates. A death certificate shows where the person was buried, who the minister or priest was, who the funeral director was, the cause of death, and the mother's maiden name, any information that was available. 56 of those burials didn't list a funeral director. Instead, a friend, a neighbour, or a relative acted as funeral director. So that gives me the impression that money was very tight. Of those 56 burials,
Thank you also to our team who've been involved in the coordination of the event and setting up for the celebration. Thanks, Jack and Laura. Chris over there, Chris Barks, the DJ from PA Systems, and the Garvoc community generally for hosting this year's ceremony. Thank you for joining us to celebrate what's great about our nation. Thank you.